Hey guys, welcome to our story for this week. It's this. So you should open to page 102 in your blue beaver book. That's so silly. It's got a beaver on the front. It's wearing pants. Please point to the title. The title is A Fox and a Kit. You are correct. So point to the fox in the picture and point to the kit. A baby fox is called a kit, just like a baby human is called a baby, and baby cow is called a calf, and baby birds are called chicks. You're right. Okay. Currently, my not a baby kitten has found something underneath the TV station, and he's going after it. We're going to really hope it's not a bug. Okay, so this story, you can tell that this story is going to take place in a certain location. It's going to take place in a zoo. Yeah. This is literary nonfiction, which tells facts about the real world. It is sometimes told like a story. You will read about a fox and her kid at the zoo. You will also notice that we have an analog clock in each picture. This clock is going to tell us the passage of time. This time, if we look at the hour hand, we see it is in between the 3 and the 4. That means it is still 3 o'clock. And then the minute hand is pointed to the 9, which is the 45. So this is 3:45. And here's our question. Will you please read it? How do wild animals take care of their babies? How do wild animals take care of their babies? Okay, so I'd like you to pause now and please read both of these pages. You can read them on the screen, you can read them on your book, whatever you need to do. It is 4. See? 4 o'clock. This fox naps on the rocks. Her kit naps on the rocks too. This too means also. The kit sits up. His mom sits up. So at about 4 o'clock, it looks like they get up from their naps. It's kind of hard to see with my picture there. All right, we'll put me in the middle. There we go. Okay. Please read these 2 pages. You should pause me so that you can read them. It is 5. This man is fixing. Notice the inflected ending ing. Dinner. The kit and his mom will eat. They're eating dinner. The kit is licking his lips. Notice the inflected ending. His mom is licking her lips. Why do they lick their lips? Well, they could be cleaning off their jaws, absolutely, or they could be so excited that they're getting salivating and getting ready, and sometimes when you're really, really hungry, you'll create a lot of saliva, so they could have that. Usually when we draw a picture of something like that, we are displaying hunger, so they're probably hungry. Please read these 2 pages. The kit is playing. One of the things that you can do to help you read words that have an inflected ending is to cover up the inflected ending. So when you're reading that, if you're struggling, cover up the inflected ending and just read the base word first, then add the inflected ending. His mom is playing. The kit nips and tags his mom. The kit is on the rocks. His mom will get him. She picks him up and takes him back. Oh, so they're going to play a little bit of tag, and then she says, time to stop playing, and she picks him up in her mouth. Does your mom do that when it's time to stop playing? I hope not. Okay, please read these last 2 pages. The kit spots his mom. His mom spots him. We like to watch this kit and his mom. We can watch lots of animals. Do you like to watch the foxes at the zoo? I'm so excited for when we get to experience the zoo together. Not sure how it'll be right now, but we'll get to experience the zoo as zoo animals. Maybe you've already been to a zoo before. What are the animals that you like to go see? What are you looking for in a zoo? Can you hear my baby in the background? She's my kit. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pause so that I can get out the materials for the assignment that is attached to this story. You should keep this book out and keep this story out. Just move the book off to the side. That way you can get out your materials. See you in a moment. Okay, so you need this paper out, please. And what we're going to do, the first thing we're going to do is at the top, I'd like you to write your title. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this straight edge in order to make a line so that I might perhaps be able to write straight. So the name of our story is A Fox and a Kit. Okay, so please take notice that the first letter of each of these words is capitalized except for these smaller words, which are and a. Let's see if I can't make this a little less glare filled. It is just so glary. Oh, and now it's blurry. Okay, there we go. All right. So here's the question that I want you to answer. You can write the question at the bottom where I am. You don't have to. It'll be there for you to look at. The question is, well, you can see Mrs. Smith didn't fit it very well, but that's okay. Name 4 ways wild animals take care of their babies. So we want to name 4 ways. Now, I know that you could probably think of 4 ways in your head, but we're practicing the skill today of using the text, which is another word for the book, and the story in order to prove our point. So as you get older, when you are writing and answering questions, quite often you'll need to find your answers from the things that you're reading. So you're gaining your information from the reading. And then what happens is if you take information from the reading and you then produce that, you can't say that that's your own. You have to tell the person who's looking at it, whether it's the teacher or it's someone who's reading a book that you wrote in the future, that you took this information from somewhere else. So for instance, Mrs. Smith had to write a thesis one time. And well, I had to write many different things like that. But in my big thesis, which are supposed to be all my own thoughts, there's a huge bibliography or a works cited. And in my works cited, I cite all these other authors that have wrote things before I did on the topic I chose. And that's because I use their information in order to inform my own opinion. So what we're doing here is we need to find the information to answer this question in the selection. So I want you to add a couple things to your squares. The first thing I'd like you to add is a little line on the upper right of each square. You'll notice I'm also doing a P and then a dot. The letter P stands for the word page. Okay, so as you're looking through your story, you need to look through there to find the answers, and then you look to see what page they're on. So we're going to do one of these together. So what is one way that wild animals take care of their babies? I'm going to choose this example on page 108. So on page 108, it says, the kit is playing, his mom is playing, the kit nips and tags his mom. So one of the ways that animals take care of their babies is by playing with them and keeping them active. And so what we can do one, two, or three things. We can, number one, you can just write down, Mrs. Smith has lost her straight edge. Here it is. So I'll use this one. Okay. You can create some writing lines. Maybe have someone help you. And you can write down your answer. And then you can be done with that square. You could also draw a picture and then be done with that square. Or you could do both. And I think you can probably guess what Mrs. Smith is going to do. I would suggest that you use the reading in order to inform your spelling and in order to inform your sentences. And also use your little green dictionary that you received earlier in order to help you spell as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a chance to see me completing this square, and then I'm going to give you the opportunity to do the same and on the other answers. So on page 108, the way that the wild animal takes care of her baby, I can say, so I'm going to be writing about the fox, and then she cares for her kit. Oh, I don't need a capital there. By playing with him. Notice the capital, notice the period, notice the spaces in between each word. So if I wanted to, this could be it. I could just do this sentence, but I actually kind of want to do both. And so what I think I'll try to do, let's see if Mrs. Smith can draw a little fox for you. Not easy. Foxes are hard. Okay, we have a little fox. Okay. And I'll add more to it. And then over here, I want to draw the little kit who is playing with her. So there we go. So I would draw the fox and the kit and they're playing. I could also add some color, and what I'll do now is I'm going to pause, color it in, and then come back. Okay, so I colored in my little picture. I realized how silly it looks. So here is your mission. Please find 3 other parts of our story where the wild animals take care of their babies. So where the fox takes care of the kit. and either draw a picture, write a sentence, or both. All right. So once you've done that, you need these two papers and you need to cut out each item. And so I'm going to pause now and cut out each of my items. You should make sure that you pause my video now so that you can complete this page and then do this one if you want. All right, see you in a moment. All right, so here I have each of my pieces all cut out. We are going to start with this piece and this one, which looks like a mustache. Please glue the mustache with the pointy part facing upwards to the bottom of the face, just like that. Okay, next step, you need a black marker and we need this shape right in the center where the mustache is. Two curved lines. Whisker marks. Okay. Now, I'm going to take the eyes and we're going to glue them where eyes go. Okay. Now, I think this would probably look better if I outlined the eyes. Yeah, I like that. Okay. And if you wish yours to be a girl, you can add a little bit of eyelashes. If you want it to be a boy, you can just leave it alone. All right. These two small ear-shaped items, they go on the inside of the ear. The other one goes here. Okay. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put this off to the side and put all my other pieces off to the side. And I have my completed work here. Okay. I'm going to push my camera out a little bit more. Okay. Make it so we can see it. All right. Next step, we're going to take this face, going to glue it to the corner of our work. Might have to hold it down for a few moments. Let the heat of your hand melt the glue a little bit. All right. Now we need the rectangles, and they kind of look like marshmallows. Okay, and go down here. I'm going to put glue line at the top of my rectangle and put it behind my work. Put the second one behind that. Same thing for the rear legs. And over here. Okay. Now these are paws. So I'm going to put glue at the bottom of each leg and add the paws. Okay, now the last little piece is this guy. It's like a little triangle. The problem is he didn't come with the tail. So I'm going to use a piece of my scrap paper and cut out a little wavy rectangle. And that will represent the tail. You can see my little rectangle here. And I'll just put glue at the bottom. That. Glue at the top. Just like that. I might have to. Okay. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to color mine in and maybe add a little something special. And then I will, my last part of this video in just a few seconds, it'll look like it's really fast, will be just a display of what mine looks like completely done. See you in a moment. And here is the complete project. You can see I have my fox feet, and probably, I don't know if you can see it, but Mrs. Smith's feet are down there. And now what I'm going to do is clean up my scraps and move on to the next lesson. See you guys soon.